Wednesday I thought to buy reflectors, so I did. And I have not been wearing reflectors until now because the reflector industry is more criminal than fucking anything. And literally they are being my more than a million murder as serial fucking killer by wanting to hurt me as much as fucking possible by trying to get me in to wearing a reflector because really they do not want me to wear a reflector because they want to use that to hurt me beyond all fucking limits as much as fucking possible. And they made it into the most dramatical fucking experience for me to wear a reflector. Also, what the fuck is the purpose with a reflector when you are more than a million murder a serial fucking killer? But I have not died once while not using a reflector. However, I am very careful and I am watching the traffic before I cross the road. So yeah. And even though I am not wearing a reflector, some car drivers, they are like could just as well drive me right fucking down, and we cannot have people like that in the fucking traffic. However, me not wearing a reflector is not the reason why you cannot wear a reflector. And you wanting to hurt me as much as fucking possible by making me into the reason why you are not wearing a reflector, that is making you into more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer, because I have been through more than a million murders and you still want to hurt me beyond all fucking limits and as much as fucking possible after I've been through all of that. And that means that you support all of that and you are the reason why that happened in the fucking first place. And you are for that reason using the fact that I am not wearing a reflector to hurt me beyond all fucking limits and as much as fucking possible. I am not wearing a reflector because I am traumatized by the criminal reflector industry. Are you traumatized by the reflector industry? And I am not using a reflector for myself. If I would have children or someone to protect, I would use a reflector for them. But for me, that is like protecting my own life, and I want to be dead, so why the fuck should I protect myself? However, I do not want to be damaged in a car to human accident where I end up severely damaged instead of dead, because I want to be dead, not severely damaged, and go through the process of that. But yeah, I want to be dead, so why the fuck should I protect myself? I would protect other people if they were in my responsibility, but I am not protecting myself. And you making me into the reason why you are not wearing a reflector, that is the reason why you are more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer, because I have been through more than a million murderers and you still want to hurt me as much as fucking possible after I have been through all of that. And that means that you are the reason why that happened in the fucking first place. I did not make a post about me buying reflectors right away, because I wanted to observe the reactions from my surroundings, my criminal surroundings, while I am outside running or walking, and how they reacted to me buying reflectors. And really, they are suddenly using reflectors themselves. And why is that? Because they are this criminal reflector industry, which is not using reflectors, because they are using the fact that I am not using a reflector to hurt me as much as fucking possible, and which is making them into more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer. Because instantly when I bought reflectors without asking or informing anyone about that, suddenly all these people surrounding me are using reflectors. So why were you not using reflectors before I bought mine? Yeah, because you are these criminal people which are using the fact that I'm not using a reflector to hurt me beyond all fucking limits and as much as fucking possible after everything which I have been through, which is making you into more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer, because I have been through more than a million murder with medication torture only, and you still want to hurt me as much as fucking possible after I've been through all of that, which means that you are the reason why that happened in the fucking first place, and that is making you into more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer. Yeah, so surprise, surprise, the people in my criminal surroundings, which are more criminal than fucking anything, is connected towards the criminal reflector industry. Yeah, and sometimes I find myself like in the middle of this video where these people have met up, and they are not using a reflector and they are running into fucking traffic in order to make me responsible for their actions, because they want to hurt me beyond all fucking limits and as much as fucking possible, because they are my more than a million murderer, serial fucking killer. You are not traumatized by the reflector industry, that you are not using a reflector, and that you are not being careful around cars when you are not using a reflector. That is not my fucking responsibility, and the fact that you are making that into my responsibility anyway, that is making you into more than a million murder, a serial fucking killer. And I have explained very many times why. So, yeah. So, to illustrate a point, I have not been using reflectors for a while, unless the clothes that I am wearing already have reflectors. So then I am using reflectors, but these additional reflectors which I am adding because I have made the conscious choice of using a reflector. These I bought Wednesday, and before that I have not been using reflectors maybe for a year or something, because sometimes I have been using reflectors now and then, but many times I just do not use it before then also, because the reflector industry is more criminal than fucking anything, and I am illustrating a point. I have empathy getting me in to wearing a reflector. That is the most easy fucking thing. The criminal reflector industry managed to do just the opposite, and that is telling a fucking story about how fucking retarded and criminal these people of the reflector industry really are. Yeah, so some of these criminal people being part of my surroundings, and which are using a reflector as a function of the fact that I bought reflectors without asking or informing anyone about anything, and they have the most dysfunctional fucking personality, and their behavior related to this it is traumatizing me more than fucking anything, again and again, because they are making them into the most perfect fucking people of this whole entire fucking planet with the intention to hurt me as much as fucking possible, and that is the reason why they are wearing a reflector. And really, I am traumatized again and again into not using a fucking reflector, which just illustrates how fucking correct it was of me to not use a reflector, because it is provoking so fucking much crime. And really, people are more than a million whether a serial fucking killer. If you would die, that would not be a fucking shame or something. Yeah, it is like, I do not want you to die, but it would be great if you would not be alive anymore. So somehow the best choice or the best option would be if you would not be here anymore. So yeah.